So anybody has questions, you could just use the the reaction icon where you have to raise your hand. So I'll pick you instead. So it won't be rowdy. I'll just make it very fast and snappy. So let's get started. I hope you all can see my screen, right? Hello, please stop. Can you almost see my screen? Someone should say something. I can't hear you guys. So
Ye-
let me know.
yes, we can see.
All right,
Yes.
beautiful. So today's class is introduction to artificial intelligence. Then we'll explore types of exploring types from generative to automation and all of that. Then first slide we're starting is what is artificial intelligence now. And mind you, before artificial intelligence, we have human intelligence, which is the one you have built with your own intelligence that makes you recognize someone that this is my dad, this is my mom, and all of that. So artificial intelligence is simulates, right? The human intelligence is AI simulating our behaviors. Get to simulate means to study, copy something you get by machines. It enables computer to learn from experience, reason through complex problems, and do. AI serves as a foundation for many modern technologies we use every day, from search engine guys from Google to Yahoo, all those search engines we used back then to smart devices. Understanding AI is the first step towards grasping how it transforms our world. Thankfully, today's world now, things have changed. A lot of things have changed. And if you must agree with me that AI is very important, you should know. It's one of the things you should know. Now, the skills that I actually checked on skills that will scale the world maybe to 2030 to let's say 2050 and all of that. Artificial intelligence is number one, and cybersecurity is number two. Because when it comes to cybersecurity, when it comes to artificial intelligence, data has to be gathered. Then how to protect the data means you need to look into cybersecurity, which means securing your data. You will need cybersecurity, and a little knowledge of cybersecurity. So, as someone that wants to know artificial intelligence, you have to also know how to secure yourself and secure data. You know, we are pushing out daily because, like it or not, you're pushing out data to these things on a daily basis. Someone just requested to join. Joy, okay, to join. Okay, she's unmuted. None of them. So back to our slide. So that is it for the first day. So what is artificial intelligence? Let's go back on it. AI is a simulation of human behaviors of human intelligence by machine. Sorry, because why I said human behaviors is I said something earlier that if someone is trying to join in, I think I should just give a rule to accept all everybody joining so that we don't disturb others. And meet all students, all of that. So the rule is all muted. Let me second. Let me add everybody joining. We don't have to come back here to add people. All of that again. Okay. So for host control, host management, let's restrict contributors. Meeting host share screen. Message. Host must join before anyone else. Open. Please open now. Anybody can join. So back to our slide. So we speak about the human intelligence that AI text simulates human intelligence. It's like simulating human intelligence by machine copying. When it's a simulation or something that you show like copy or something you get by machine. Like we said, it's enable computer to learn from experience, reason through complex problems, and make decisions, much like humans do. You get, so we have AI robots thinking like humans and all of that, doing things like human and all. Then AI serve as a foundation for many modern technologies, like we talked about today. We use every day, from search engines like from Google, all those, because I don't think people used to use that anymore. To smart devices, understanding how AI is the first step towards grasping how it's transformed our world. Now I talked about that if you must know something, at least in 2026, you should know a little about AI. Not even a little, you should know more, because come to think of it, a lot of things have changed, and the way you work and all of that, you solve problems have really changed. So embracing artificial intelligence, not you are depending on it for what you have an idea about it. You get, because I am like people like, what is this? And like people think AI is just to generate videos and pictures, or possibly do some other things. But trust me, AI is so big that we are yet to even get to have it all in our hands and all of that. Now we have types of artificial intelligence. We have the narrow AI, we have the general AI, we have the AI spectrum, we have the super intelligence AI. Now, in all this, we start from the narrow AI. AI is this particular AI is designed for specific tasks only. Example, like voice assistant, we have Siri, we have Alexa. People that have Siri in their phones, or people that have Pixby for Samsung users, then Siri for iPhone users, and Alexa. You all know what Alexa does. It's just a voice, recognition system, or that helps you with some tasks. You just come in, Alexa, play me this. What AI Alexa will do is just to help you navigate some things within its ecosystem. It can't go out on its way to do other things for you. It can't come. I can't go and tell Alexa, please develop software for me. Alexa will be like, okay, all right, connect me to a system and all of that. No, it won't do that. It cannot tell you they can't do that. Same goes to Siri. Can only point you to most of the things on your phone. But you want to play music, and it's like, okay, and you have like two music players in your phone, for instance. It'll be like playing social music with is it Apple Music or Spotify? So you have to choose and all of that. That's a specific task. That's what it does. It just that's their job to a particular thing. Then the general AI, this one is machine with human level intelligence. This one gets crazy. For most of us that are movie kind of guys, we like movies. You've seen how what's it called, Transformers. You've seen Optimus Prime. You've seen Bumblebees, and trust me, we're thinking it's all kind of movies, kind of stuff. Things they do, not knowing that these niggas were real, like somehow real. Because how do machine now have human intelligence, and they can perform tasks human can do and all of that. Now we have Elon Musk building Optimus, a humanoid robot that can do everything for you in the house, can cook, can clean, can walk your dog, can take your children to school and all of that, can even drive. So you see, this one is this type. Remember, like they said, it's theoretical, and it's a major research goal that they are still actually, working on a big research to get that achieved properly. But concerns though, because what if it gets hacked? What will happen and all of that? Humans might be targeted. Sorry, it's just for classic. AI exists. The AI spectrum. AI exists on spectrum from narrow to super intelligence. Today, AI is narrow, while general and super intelligence AI represents the future possibilities, which we are still living in the future. Recently, I think few last month we heard that some AI agents created a WhatsApp. What's a account on Reddit? They post all what people, their users. If you chat and all of that, they'll be telling they communicate within themselves. But we're trying to know how true was the information was. So I went on, did some research. I find this website, but it was really dark because they created a website. They were just discussing how, what they do, their attacks and all of that. And that is crazy. The next one we have the super intelligence, the AI that surpass human intelligence. This one is crazy. This one, like something, this one knows more than the human. It takes like human intelligence in all domains. This is the future concept that raises important and ethical safety considerations. Yeah, it should, because how do you build something that supersedes human intelligence? You that created it, the thing knows more than you. That's a problem. So, but today we'll be focusing on the generative part of the AI, which we'll look into it then we'll now based on. But this is important we know all this, the types of artificial intelligence. You get when I most of us would think when they say types of we might like ChatGPT, the rest, and those mind you, those are language models, and they could be like maybe under a particular sector of the AI. So next slide we have we are focusing today, like I said, we are focusing on generative part of the AI. If you look at the generative type part of the AI, we have ChatGPT, Daily for image creation and the rest. We have so many. You get, but today we just mainly focus on maybe ChatGPT for because I think that's more common for everyone to at least have an idea about all of that. So generative AI is a type of artificial intelligence that creates new content, including text, images, music, and more. Unlike traditional AI that analyzes existing data, generative AI produce original output. Sure, yeah, sure. Popular examples include ChatGPT for text generation. ChatGPT is even doing more now lately. Daily for image creation, image creation and various music generation tools that compose original melodies like Suno AI. Suno AI, Suno AI can write a whole song, an album, and everything for you. All you just need to just prompt it well, and you get your song. Select what kind of tune you want to produce, and all of that shit. It's gonna be done. Now, this technology enables creative applications and drives innovation across industries for content creation to product design. Now, for people creating content, you see people spending hours on TikTok watching AI content, even when they know that it's AI content, but they are glued to it because of how they just want to see, they just want to listen to that story, they just want to see that the next thing that happened to that person and all of that. People get so now is the generative part of it is where people focus on lately, where we have people creating content, and all of that. Now, to product design for people working in the software industries, AI tools have the generative AI tools are there to even help you create, user interface you get for you, and all you just need to just link your maybe Figma or whatever. Some of them are all independent tools on their own. So it's really big. This is what we just have to analyze on today. Now the next one is next slide. Can you all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so you all can see my screen. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so today on the automation side of AI, now we see how AI is transforming tasks, taking over things that were, done. You can send mails and all of that just with a little prompt, and you get mail sent to clients and all of that. Now we have AI doing customer services and all of that shit. So if you think that you were just these things can be you can't like you are the only person that can do this, you are the only good customer service agent and all of that. Trust me, there are there are AI models that'll do better and all of that. They respond to emails, they fix appointments with clients and all of that. That's the automation part of the AI system. So, but if you understand the generative part of it, you still need to understand the automation in it, all of that. So most times after this class, you can always do research on your own to see the world of automation, because we won't cover all, but on one of the classes this week, we'll be looking at the automation side, AI as an automation system on its own. So we explore different agents on the automation sector. But today, this one is just a brief overview of what automation is on the AI side. So AI automates repetitive tasks and processes, transforming how work gets done across industries, like what I've just said. Key example include robotic process automation, RPA, for data entry and document processing, self-driving cars that navigate without human input. We all see that coming. We've seen all these ones now. Most times they were in the movies, but now they're in reality. Inputs, okay, human inputs, and chatbots that handle customer service inquiries. Now, this automation increase efficiency, reduce human workload, and allows people to focus on more creative and strategic tasks. Now, when we started the class, I said you have to have an idea about artificial intelligence. It's solely not just to depend on your human intelligence. You have to. Now, just imagine having knowing how to use most of these tools. It will make your work easier. Imagine you're a customer service and representative, and you know on your company the way things are being done. You can set up this particular one for them that handles customer service tax, and it will do the tax for you while you're just supervising on other things, doing other things to make your workload easy. Now, for we've looked at document processing, we looked at self-driving cars, we've seen robot taxi today, we've seen other ones, especially from Tesla, where cars, autonomous vehicles, you just enter, probably just point where you are going to, maybe on the app and all of that. The system takes you there, obeys traffic, everything, speed sign, and all of that takes you to your destination safely. Who would have thought that we'll get to that, process? But we are today. We've seen most of the even the EVs car today with wonderful technologies. So it's helping human. If you look at the whole thing, the purpose of the whole thing is to help us get, maybe for instance, like we talked about the self-driving car a few months ago, we saw a report on X where someone had an attack and the car overran the whole system, takes the guy to the hospital, to the emergency section, and he just took the guy, took over the car control. This is what before in the you have an attack while you are driving, just forget it, because you can't even control it. How will you now control the vehicle? You can't control yourself. So you see, it has make work really, really easier for us humans and all of that. So we have examples of AI in our everyday life. Talked about the virtual assistants. We've not really discussed more on that. Recommendation systems, image recognitions, and smart home devices. We'll start with virtual assistants. AI powered virtual assistants like Siri, Alexa understand voice commands, answer questions, and manage daily tasks through natural language processing. Now, it doesn't matter the language you speak. Speak French to answer you, whatever language you speak. Now, before we go further, is there any question on this part we have touched or anything contribution to it before we go to the next section? We'll continue here. Sorry. Since nobody is saying anything, so that means no question. I just hope you guys can hear me.
Yes, we can. We can.
Okay. All right. So let me just keep it here like this so that it will be easier. So okay. Then recommendation system platforms like Netflix and Amazon use AI algorithms to analyze your preference and suggest personalized content and products you might enjoy. Now, the recommendation system is you go to, for those of us that use Netflix, you know that, or let's leave Netflix. Netflix is too. Let's say e-commerce sites. You visit e-commerce site, you check on a particular thing every maybe like just today you say you need this particular shoe and you went on what's it called, Jumia, for instance, and you search for that shoe, you might see that shoe for the rest of your life. Because, mind you, the algorithm on your system has actually also, okay, this person likes it. So it will suggest things that you like to get to you. Same goes to Netflix. You see a particular set of movies. For instance, me, I like seeing crime movies or let's say action. Like say Jack Ryan, for instance. I see Jack Ryan today. So every other movie that has similar storyline or anything will be like they will keep suggesting something like that for me to see and all of that. Then on the image recognition, photo apps use AI to automatically organize tags and search your image by recognizing your face, objects and seen in your pictures. Take for instance, this one is very simple for us for using Google Photos. If you go to Google Photos, most times you'll be very surprised how Google Photos will analyze tags for you. Go to your gallery, you go just go to your gallery, go to Google Photos. You say you recognize these things, know places that you are, and all of that. And you'll be surprised how this thing has been around. It gets Google Photos has been around, but you see how they organize the tags, map your face, the ones that has your face on it. So these ones are really real life examples that we have seen in our daily life. Then the smart home devices, AI enables smart thermostats, security cameras, and home systems to learn your habits and automatically adjust settings to comfort for your comfort and safety. For in I think, like, I don't know, most of you must have seen smart thermostats where you like possibly go out and come back, and before maybe you leave the house or something, it's so that at a particular time this thing should do this and do that. And when it gets to that time, maybe when it gets to 4 p.m., it knows that you'll be back. The system will automatically adjust your lighting, change your ambient of the light to maybe if you particular use the color you want, anything you just want. So it knows you, studies you, because you know that by 4 o'clock you'll be back from work. And when you are back from work, you're maybe to see movie or anything. The system automatically knows that, so it will adjust everything for your comfort. And you're like, okay, this person, this is what he likes. He has studied the habits, he has learned your habit already. So automatically will adjust the setting to comfort for your comfort and safety. Next, we have AI in different industries in healthcare, finance, and education, manufacturing. Healthcare, AI powers advanced diagnostics, medical imaging analysis, and personalized medicine tailored to individual patient needs. This one is because when we're looking at the advanced in medical research and all of that, and maybe where they're developing testing drugs and all of that, they have to use most of these things to personalize, just do research, deep dive research to focus on the patient's needs and all of that. So it helps them advanced diagnostic systems. We have most time, I don't know what they call those machines. You just go on the machine, the system scans you through, checks your and all of that. So if there was no this most of these things, like how do our health system even cope? Because imagine going on the machine, you're lying down and the system scans you and all of that. Yeah, this has been around. We started with when I saw something like this was when we started with X-ray machines back in the days. Now you all think X-ray machine was just there to photograph and all of that. How did you know? There is a special purpose machine that was built to do that task. Now we have even more advanced, sophisticated in the health industry. So it's making a huge progress in the health sector. That is artificial intelligence. And in the financial institutions, AI is used for fraud detection, risk assessment, algorithm trading to optimize decision and all of that. We can even go deep to it. Most times, like for instance, way back in the days where people would forge checks and all of that, the way most of the smart systems are built for banks now, you go research things, it will just detect that this is not original, or this are forged and stuff like that. Now on education, adaptive learning platform uses AI to personalize education, adjusting content to each student's space and style. For e-learners, you all see what is going on. You go on a particular course and the system select particular course and content that you like. Maybe if you have been following network security, for instance, all the things that most of the system will suggest for you will be on, security. After network, it could be maybe operating system and all of that. Now, manufacturing, AI enables predictive maintenance, quality control, and robotic automation to improve production. Now, I don't know, I don't know much about the aviation, but you know that they perform maintenance and all of that check, and before, maybe after a while, maybe when the flight is grounded, or maybe before taking off and all of that. So now with AI, now they can predictive maintenance can be okay at every 2 hours check and all of that. You can use the predictive for the previous data to check to analyze and control most of your maintenance and for you. Then on quality control and robotic automation to improve production efficiency. Now, for people in the manufacturing system, they can even automate their manufacturing and makes it very easy. All you need to do is just click a button and things are being done with efficiency and stress. So before, you maybe had about 3,000 people in your industry. Most of the AI tools can help you, adjust and cut costs and all of that. Now, benefits of AI We have efficiency, accuracy, and personalization and problem solving. Then AI improves efficiency, accuracy across industries, which we are seeing today. It's really evident today that it has really transformed industries. And I think way back to where we had lockdown when COVID-19 started, most of the industries were like, all right, so we don't have to have 10 people coming to the office. We might just have to. So when it gets maybe even crazy, they were like, okay, you know what, let's all work from home. So we started, most of us get to use the video conferencing tool for the first time of 2020. So imagine there was no tool of such. So how do you get to communicate? So efficiency, accuracy across industry, innovative services that transform how we work and learn. So with advancement, then most of us didn't have access to these things. So imagine now something like that happens, and you have about 3 people in the office, and the job of 20 people are to be done. With the use of AI, that can be done. So it's accuracy, it gives you time, it makes saves time and all of that, gives you more accurate job, which enable innovative service that transform how we work, learn, and interact with technology. Personalization and problem solving. AI supports personalized experience tailored to individual needs. It helps solve complex problems that were previously impossible for humans to tackle alone, which is very true. Now, for instance, you can now see people creating videos that if you're going to shoot this video by yourself, it will take you a big budget to get those things done, the effects and all of that. But now with your just few prompts, you can get that done. Images as well, graphics design as well, and all of that. Even coding. Before now, I actually focus on product design. I was just designing what's it called, product. I didn't want to go because I know headache going to code and all of that. Now you can vibe code just with specific prompts and all of that. But the key takeaway to all this is just knowing these things. When you know these things, you can work you can do anything with it and all of that. Just know it. It will really help. That's why we are taking time to do this particular class again. So we just want you to understand that a lot of problems can be solved with artificial intelligence, And the challenges and ethical consideration. When we started the class, I said that as you are learning artificial intelligence, make sure you know a little on have a little idea on cyber security. If not for much, maybe data protection and all of that. Because the world now is moving to a space where with data is everything. AI system collects and process vast amount of personal data every day. Every day, people are sending in data every day, all of that, raising concerns about how this information is stored, used, and protected from breaches. So, imagine, I wish it won't happen that ChatGPT is hacked today, and all your personal questions you've been asking ChatGPT is brought to light, and it's published on your account, or maybe anywhere it's leaked or more. Let's not just go there, Sha. Now, bias and job displacement. AI algorithms can inherit bias from training data, leading to unfair outcomes. Now, additional automations may displace certain jobs, requiring responsible AI development. Now, this is a little bit dicey now. For most times, you do things and you're like, you are doing this, and AI is giving you this. It's based on the data the system has been trained to do, and all of that. Though you can still correct it to get a fair outcome. Most times, if you get a particular thing to be done, but you get something that you didn't really, want. We have to just ask again or do it and query this again. So most times it gives has bias and all of that based on the algorithm generated from the training data and all of that. So additional automation can displace certain jobs, requiring responsible AI development. So mind you, as you are using AI every day, ChatGPT every day, you're training it. Unlike before, you go to ChatGPT, you just sign up and you say, "What's my name?" it might not know, but if you tell, okay, this is my name today, that is what the system will call you. And possibly maybe responding to your child, it will put the name because you have given it that name, you know, call you. There's a time where people were doing caricature of themselves with ChatGPT. It's like go to ChatGPT, tell them do a caricature or whatever, a photo of myself and all of that. So it will now combine all you do to what they perceive you do. So based on the questions you ask every day, so they will perceive that that's what you do. So they will gather everything and project it to you one image. That thing had trended for a period of time and all of that. Now the future of AI. AI is expected to contribute $15 trillion to the global economy by 2030. I'm not even capping. You've seen it today. We have a lot. Do you know how much it is to have access to, like Trump's gave about 0 million when he came into power for development of real intelligence. So with all these things, they know that this thing will get, because data is money. Data is big money. So this staggering figure highlights the transformative potentials of artificial intelligence across every sector, from healthcare innovation to automated manufacturing. AI is reshaping how we work, create, and solve problems on a global scale. So that comes to an end for our introduction class, which will follow up with prompt class immediately. So if you have any question on this segment, you can ask because we're switching to the next class soon. No questions. Okay, we'll switch to the second class, which is prompt. No question. Okay, no question. So we just proceed to next class, which is on prompts. The AI prompt basics. Okay. Cool, cool. Okay, so we starting here again. All right, so this one is an introduction to ChatGPT. This one is just ChatGPT and prompts, basic prompts exercise. This one is just not much, but this one is to let you understand that how to use ChatGPT and how to write prompts very well. Because how do you communicate with most of these AI models if not with prompts and all of that? So you all can hear me. Should I continue? All right. Okay. So
Yes, sir. I hear you.
all right, sharp. So fine. Starting. What is ChatGPT? What is ChatGPT? ChatGPT is an AI chatbot that understands and answers your questions in natural languages. It can help you with writing essays, learning new topics, coding projects, brainstorming ideas, and so much more. Think of it as a smart assistant ready to help you explore and create. Now, for some of us, all of us, I don't know. I can't say for all everybody. We know what ChatGPT is and what it does already. So, but today we'll be exploring how to use it even better, how to get the right questions, how to ask the right questions, and how to get the right answers to your question. So you don't need to go back and forth and all of that. So next, we look at prompts. We've talked about ChatGPT, what ChatGPT is. Say that ChatGPT is an AI chatbot that understands and answers your question in natural language. It's whatever language you choose to answer. It helps you write essays, learning new topics, coding projects, brainstorming ideas, and so much more. Think of it as a smart assistant ready to explore and create. Most times we come here, we write prompts, or we come out asking our personal questions and all of that to seek answers and whole thing like that. So you're already using it already. But this class will make you understand how you can use it more and how to use it well properly, asking the right questions and doing the right things. So in all together, you're going to use what they call prompts, which you always do every day. All the times you enter there and type things, you write a prompt. So, but today we'll go in deep on how a good prompt should look like, how a bad prompt is, how you can communicate very well using prompts. So next slide, we are looking at what prompt is. Prompt is what you tell ChatGPT. Like this one is just in a very clear language. We did it. The explanation was so real and clear so that everybody can understand. Prompt is what you tell ChatGPT, like giving a clear instruction to get the answer you need. For instance, example, write a story about a space adventure. You get so it's just like you made a way of communication, talking to someone. So this is the only way you can talk to this AI agent by using prompts, irrespective of whatever AI agent is. Could be ChatGPT, whatever cloud, could be anything, even Suno, whatever you do, you're using prompts. So it's better we get very clear on this particular class so you understand how this works. The clearer your prompts, the better ChatGPT understand what you want. Next, we have why are prompts important? Now, prompts, better answers, clear communication, saves time. These are reasons prompts are very important. Good prompts leads to more accurate, helpful, and relevant response from AI. Quality inputs equals quality outputs. When we started the first class, I know that data, whatever you type in is what answers you get, which is garbage in, garbage out way. Clear instructions help AI understand exactly what you need. Less confusion, faster and better results. For instance, you go to ChatGPT and you ask, I need a business idea. You're not communicating well. That is not a clear communication because in a clear communication, you need to know to ask what particular business idea you want. You need to know what you want. Just like calling someone and say, you need money. Like if you're not communicating, you need money. Okay, is it 1 billion, 2 billion? What you need to like? Okay, I need two amount of money. That's a clear communication. The person will understand fast. When you just call someone and say, I need money, the person will now say, okay. The person will now be the one to ask you how much you want. You are not communicating well. You should be able to be very direct and clear. I need so, or I need maybe I need 10K, I need 20, I need 100, whatever. You just go straight so the person understands. Now, the saving time aspect of it, well crafted prompts reduce back and forth, like I said, get what you need on the first try instead of multiple attempts. Beautiful. Now, we'll explore, we'll look into the good prompt and the bad prompt. We've talked about why prompts are important, for better communication, clear communication, better answer, sorry, clear communication, and it saves time. Now we are looking into um how the good prompt and the bad prompt looks like. And you see the images by the side, these are chatbots and all of that. So yeah, bad prompt, look at the bad prompt. So tell me a story about history. You get now what history are you like you want to know? What history you get? So now say now AI doesn't know what you want. Well, good. It doesn't know what you want. Then on the good prompt side, good prompt, explain the causes of World War II in simple terms. So you are very clear now. Clear task, specific topics, helpful detail. Good prompts, better answers, be specific. So if you look at this, you now know that okay, why you're asking these questions, you should just go straight now. If you look at the good prompts, you say explain the cause of World War II in a very in a simple term. So you should now know how to that. That one is so clear. The other one was like, tell me about history. What history? So you can see it's a bad prompt already. So on this I say good prompts is equals to better answers. So be specific. Now we have the formulas of writing prompts. Anytime you're writing prompts, have these three formulas in your head. Trust me, you get results. Now we are diving into more practical aspects of what we talked about in the introduction. Now you look at anytime you're writing prompts, get these three of these formulas in your head: task, topic, and detail. Now the task is what you want ChatGPT to do for you. Maybe write, explain, create, summarize. The topic could be what the theme, what subject or theme you want. Could it be a poem, a story, for the instances, and history? That's the topic. Now on the detail side, add specifics for beginners, for beginners about friendship. It's in simple terms. Now add specifics for beginners about friendship. If you look at the slide in simple terms, now we'll explore these two things together. Now we are saying ChatGPT, tax, topic, that's the formula, tax, topic, detail. We'll look into it in the next slide. Now, for first activity here in the class, it was supposed to be an interactive class. I don't know if you guys are still following. If you have any question, that's why I always ask. If you have questions, you can ask and all of that. If we are too fast, you can always point it so that we know where you're not getting it. That's what makes us we learn together. It's not just me talking, nobody saying anything. Now, to create your own prompt, you say it's on the class activity, your first prompt. It's your turn to create. Follow these steps. Think of a question or task you want help with. Use a formula. At this, you drop this in the group. Just this one is everybody should participate on this one. Think of it. Just think of something. Now, mind you, when we talked about the formulas from simple formula, we talk about task, topic, and detail. Now, I still come back here for a reason. What do you want ChatGPT to do is the task. Remember, the topic could be on a subject of what you want to do. Is it or term of what you want? Then detail is as specific. Is it for whatever you want? Is it for a beginner? Is it about is it in simple term or what you want? You get that's the detail. So that when you are combining these two things, you're putting it together, you have a very good prompt. So everybody writes a good prompt using this thing on the probably you can send it to a WhatsApp group or you can always send it on the chat here. So we analyze it. So after the class, we can just test one or two things out. Because we won't spend much time here today. We're preparing for our next class. This is almost to 8. Like it's almost 8 already. So it's 1 hour straight. We started from 7. So yeah, you're very on the fast pace side. Now on the class say it's your turn to create. Follow these steps. Think of a question or task you want help with. Use the formula, task, topic, detail. Type your prompt and share it on the class. So now, example, write a short story. Now write task, story, right? Topic about robots learning to dance. Detail. So you can see. So it just the whole thing is there already. So just use that formula and write something, but still pay attention. Now, if you look at this particular one, it said practice, improve this prompt. Now, this one is supposed to be like more of what we have actually done. Or can you make this prompt better? Add a detail and clarity. Tell me about animals. It's not, or you have to like tell me about animals. How, like, you know, that tell facts about animals, what's it called? That's the topic. Then the detail is not there. So something is not, the prompt is not clear. So now you see, now try explain 5 interesting facts about dolphins for kids. You see how detailed this one is. Now write a story. Now you see, write a short story. Okay, short adventure story about a brave explorer. Detail now. Explain maths. Try explain fractions using pizza slice for beginners. So all these things are way, this particular class is just to shape your mind, how you can prompt and how you can get greater results very fast when you are working. Because the main point of knowing this thing is to help you, you know, your work smart and efficient. So you need to understand how you can communicate to these things and get your job done faster. So I think with this one we actually done in the previous class, Saturday class. So write a clear prompt using the formula, task, topic, detail. Try them with ChatGPT and share with your classmates, which we did. People are still submitting on the group, and most of some of us have not submitted. Well, maybe by today or by tomorrow we should look into that and sort it out, because we don't just want to have classes and come and learn. We just want people to know these things. So by doing those tasks, will make you also understand, okay, you know these ones, or this is the one you don't know. So we put maybe effort or try creating the time to fix that class, or maybe come again to make you understand. Because we're not just driving a class, we're not just being a class. Mind you that if we're going to charge this, would have charged and probably maybe do a lot to like, okay, we don't know what we just want to build, so you understand these things, you know these things. So please, when you are given a task, just do them. We are not trying to like this, just to help us understand that you know this thing, you know how you can use this. So thank you. If you guys don't mind, can we go into a little practical, or we should skip that? This for another day. Though the video for the practical is done, or is there any clarity you want to find or something you want to do? You can just tell us from now. The mic is now open to everybody to speak. So you can say something. Anything you're not getting it clear from our previous class or the one we did before now, so you want to have an idea about, or any personal questions you want to ask? I think none for now. So since we have the videos already for a practical class, we can now use that to further what we've done today. Or if you need clarity, like I said, you can always reach out so that we know what to do and try and adjust. So I think the next class will be on automation, how you can use automation tool and all of that, and work and do your work and make it easier and simple, which will be on Thursday, The reason for this class was for those joining us or newbies joining us, so to have an idea about what we are doing and to understand how you can write a better prompt using ChatGPT. Mind you, there are other AI tools there, but these are the common ones we have, which is the OpenAI, ChatGPT, and all of that. So thank you for joining in. If you have questions or concerns, you can send them to via WhatsApp group, all of that. And please take your task seriously. This is just us trying to make sure that you understand what you're doing and for us to improve on where we see you guys are lacking. Thank you. We're all learning together. Have a wonderful evening. Well,